What is going on, everyone? I hope you are all having a fantastic day. So here on the channel, we've taken a look at a ton of budgeting platforms and even talked about various budgeting strategies that you can use to improve your daily budget. But today I want to take a step back and talk about why budgeting is so important in the first place, and more importantly, how it will positively change your life if you can create and stick to a consistent budget. So let's break down 9 reasons why you need to create a budget today and how that one step is going to positively impact your life across the board. All right, let's jump right into it. We've got a lot to cover today, and I don't want to waste any of your time. So the first way that budgeting is going to change your life is it helps keep your eye on the prize, whatever that may be for you. This one's kind of obvious, but the path to financial freedom is unfortunately not likely to happen overnight, and it's going to take years and years, if not decades, of consistent smart work if you want to reach a serious level of financial freedom. And while that might sound really daunting in a lot of ways, what's more important is understanding what that final goal is to you by creating a budget and promising to stick to it, which allows you to constantly keep your eye on that final goal while also accomplishing those various milestones along the way. Now, similarly, the second reason that you should be budgeting is it's going to help lead you to a happy retirement. Now, by no means am I saying that having a lot of money and retiring means that you're automatically going to be happy, because that is absolutely not true. And there are so many things that are far more important than the amount of money in your bank account. But I think we can all agree that while money certainly cannot buy you happiness, it can buy you opportunities and freedom. The freedom to do what you want with the people that you love, and the opportunity to experience things that might otherwise be out of your reach financially. So whether you're like me and you want to retire as young as possible, maybe you're shooting for that standard retirement age in your early 60s, or you plan to work forever, having money will not make your retirement happy, but it will give you more freedom and opportunity that will hopefully improve your overall happiness. The third way that budgeting will change your life is it's going to keep you from spending money that you don't have. Look, I could tell you my opinion all day, and that's all well and good, but I prefer numbers because numbers don't lie, and the numbers tell us that the average credit card debt here in the United States is currently over $8,700, and the average car payment here in the US is $500 per month. Why do I tell you this? Well, I think it's an important reminder, whether you are part of that statistic or not, that being average with your finances probably means that you're pretty much broke. But even if you don't have insane credit card debt or a ridiculous car payment, you'd be surprised how often you might be spending money that is just unnecessary, and creating a budget is going to force you to face those problems and, more importantly, understand the massive impacts that those small financial decisions can have on your long-term financial health. Budgeting forces you to look at those little things and ask some very difficult questions. Do you need every video streaming service under the sun? Do you need to get overpriced coffee every single morning? And more importantly, how are these small decisions impacting your long-term financial goals? Now, those small financial decisions are important for a number of reasons, but they are also very important for the fourth reason that budgeting is going to help change your life, and that is it will help prepare you for emergencies. Unfortunately, life happens, and that means emergencies will happen, and whether you have had to face these things in your life yet or not, I think it's fair to say that when these emergencies happen, whatever they may be, being financially prepared for that emergency can take away a large chunk of that burden and allow you to focus on the things that are truly important in that moment of difficulty. And even if you have the mindset that something like that will never happen to me, just having that emergency fund is going to allow you to live your life with an immense peace of mind, knowing that if anything were to ever happen, you are going to be prepared financially. And that's actually part of the fifth way that budgeting will change your life, which is definitely an odd one, but that is you'll sleep better at night. I know this one sounds a little bit odd, but I'm being serious. Studies consistently show that individuals who are financially prepared, not just on the emergency side of things, but in general with their money, tend to experience significantly more consistent sleep cycles and have a lot more time in REM sleep, which is crucial to your health for a number of reasons. So while I am by no means a doctor or medical expert of any kind, do yourself a favor and create a budget and stick to it, because chances are you'll probably sleep a lot better at night when you're not tossing and turning, worrying about how you're gonna pay that next bill. Coming in at number 6 on our list of reasons why budgeting will change your life is it's going to significantly improve your marriage. Now, I say your marriage here for a number of reasons that we'll talk about in a second, but really this tip can be extrapolated to a number of relationships in your life. Having healthy financial habits in your life can really help improve your relationships across the board. But it's no secret that financial struggles are one of the leading causes of divorce. In fact, it's actually estimated that 41% of all divorces for Generation X and millennials are caused most significantly by disagreements about money. So, by committing to a consistent budget as a couple and sticking to it, you are not only improving your financial health as a unit, but you're also building an immense amount of trust in that relationship by working together to create an effective budget that works for both of your lifestyles, while also trusting each other to stick to that and work towards your financial goals as a couple. The 7th reason that you should create a budget is one of my personal favorites, and that is it helps you find financial contentment. Okay, this sounds great and all, but what do I mean by this? Well, essentially, this one boils down to the age-old phrase of keeping up with the Joneses, or in this case, not worrying about what the Joneses are doing and staying in your own lane and being proud of your own financial accomplishments. I've said this before, but comparison truly is the thief of joy, and if you are constantly comparing yourself to the financial accomplishments of those around you, then it's going to be very difficult for you to feel fulfilled with your own accomplishments. And oftentimes what ends up happening is you want to keep up with the Joneses and you start making irrational financial decisions because of that, and you buy things that you can't afford with money you don't have to impress people that you don't actually like. Shout out to Dave Ramsey for that awesome quote. But seriously, creating a budget is going to force you to sit down and assess your goals and refine all of these things along the way, which ultimately forces you to focus on your own finances and accomplishments instead of others. So if your best friend just went out and bought a sweet brand new car, then take a deep breath and focus on your goals, because you are probably killing it financially while your friend is driving around a money pit on wheels and probably paying $500 per month for that. Remember, financially normal does not necessarily mean financially good. Coming in at number 8 on our list, which is a bit of a controversial one, but the 8th reason that budgeting will change your life is it's going to help you get out of debt and, more importantly, stay out of debt. I get it, everyone has their opinion on debt and whether it's good or bad, but strictly looking at the numbers and what makes sense mathematically, most debt is bad. Student debt, bad. Car debt, bad. Credit card debt, really bad. But not everyone can go drop hundreds of thousands of dollars on a house, for example. So something like a mortgage is probably unavoidable, not to mention the fact that the mortgage rates are so low usually that you can probably get a higher return in the market and still come out ahead after paying the interest on your mortgage. However, the ticket to the wealth and lifestyle that you want to have in the future is called your income. And when you're constantly handing your income to banks and lenders because you owe them tons of money because you bought things that you couldn't actually afford, then it's going to take so much longer for you to reach those financial goals. So sit down and create a budget that either focuses on getting you out of debt or focuses on saving enough money so that you never have to go into debt again, especially on those things like cars and definitely credit cards, because if you can't pay for something with cash, then you certainly shouldn't be buying it with a piece of plastic at 22% interest. And lastly, coming in at number 9 on our list for ways that budgeting will help change your life is the most obvious one, and that is creating a budget helps you save money. Big surprise, I know, but you might be surprised how much money is just completely wasted in your daily life simply because you didn't realize how quickly some of those small purchases can add up. Now, I know we talked about this exact issue in an earlier step, but seriously, budgeting is going to expose those areas that you're probably spending too much money, and more importantly, where you can save more money. At the end of the day, saving more money ties into pretty much all of the tips that we've talked about in this video, because it's going to give you that immense peace of mind, help you prepare for emergencies, get out of debt and stay out of debt, retire with a plan, and hopefully give you that high level of freedom and opportunity that we talked about earlier in the video. So those are the 9 ways that budgeting will seriously help change your life for the better. And if you are looking for the perfect budgeting platform, then be sure to check out some of the different reviews on these platforms that I've done on my channel, and also do some research on your own online, because it might be as simple as downloading a simple spreadsheet template and keeping track of everything by hand. It doesn't have to be overcomplicated, but I hope this video showed you that you absolutely should be budgeting and that it really can change your life. So let me know what tips you think I left off of this list down in the comment section below. And if you did enjoy this video and want to help support me, it would mean a lot to me if you would hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with someone who you think would get value out of this content as well. As always, thank you so much for your time. I really do appreciate it. Take it easy, and I'll see you in the next one.